Captain Peter Cutsey, raw data part 3, the go-around procedure off of the VOR DME runway 29 at Kabul. In part 2, we were at this point down to minimum, and we are at flaps 30, and we will initiate the go-around. Let's just review the go-around procedure. Go around, depress toga, ensure the correct FMA presentation on the primary flight displays of toga, or I should say go around and toga, and ensure the aircraft pitches up towards 15 degrees and the thrust levers move towards toga thrust, follow them through, and that the aircraft pitches up correctly. Now, at that point, call for flaps 15, positive rate on the barometric altimeter, gear up, and follow the missed approach procedure. Bug up and clean up. The VNAV system should do it automatically. And remember that if you have flaps selected to flaps 30, when you select toga, the commanded speed will eventually be 154 plus 155 knots on the NG. Remember the restrictions of 300 feet per minute, between 300 and 1200 feet per minute, and over 1200 feet per minute. There will be a combination of either just attitude and airspeed, and airspeed only for reference. Now, it's important that when you're giving the briefing for the approach that you follow your company SOPs, of course, but good airmanship would dictate as you're reading off the procedure from the top line and down to the point where you say minimums, call me 100 above or approaching minimums and minimums. And as a pilot flying, I will call continue or go around. In the event of a go around, I will now describe the go around procedure the way I just did. Select toga, FMA, pitch, thrust movement, then flaps 15, positive rate on the barometric altimeter, gear up, then read off the missed approach procedure, which is climb to flight level 180, climb via the KBL 287 radio. I've just set it up here so that we can have a look at the raw data as we do it. We'll be flying the map on the captain's side, and we'll cross-check the raw data on the first officer side. To Raloy. Raloy is the 287 of the Kabul VOR at 8 DME. Then a right turn. Now, the right turn should be at a minimum radius turn. You follow your company SOPs. But depending on when you actually initiate the go-around, which is here for us today because the minimums are so high and we're quite a ways away from the airport, we should be able to clean up normally to what I would recommend is a flaps up speed, and not to exceed flaps up speed because of the radius of turn here should be minimum. If you, for some reason, went around much later, then I would consider not raising flaps beyond flaps 15 until the turn has been completed and you were proceeding direct to VOR. That is a consideration. It's airmanship, and it's all based on radius of turn. So you follow your company SOPs. Today, we will clean up to flaps up speed and at Raloy, proceed to the VOR, then outbound on the 195 radio to Laubray and enter the hold at Laubray at flight level 180. Remember, transition altitude is 14,000. So we've got that to consider also. All right, so that is the briefing. So let's go ahead and fly the airplane and cross-check to the pilot monitoring side to view the raw data. And remember also, when you select to go around, the autopilot will disengage. So immediately go ahead and reinstate an autopilot. So on the go around, we'll ensure all those good things are happening, and then we will reinstate Command A. Little fumbling here with the software. I'm by myself, so bear with me. There, go around attitude, thrust moving up, flaps 15, positive rate, gear up. Command A selected. Now, if you noticed, the airspeed moved up on its own. We selected flaps 15, so we'll stay at flaps 15. We couldn't see that, but we just made sure now we can go ahead and clean up. So we're climbing at a good rate, and we can go ahead and select the next flap setting and clean up. And we will bug up, of course, to flaps up speed. And if we go over here and have a look at the first officer side, which we have just gone by the VOR, and we've got the 287 radial set or course set. So we should actually track that. We're tracking it here on the map, and we're turning, and it's looking good. And we were out of 10,000, of course, the checking pressurization and many of the things that we have to do normally is being done. So we'll make sure that we get the flaps retracted. We'll increase the range here just to give us, so we had no problems in this particular case. And we're going through transition 1, 2, and 3. Altimeters changed to standard. And if you notice, we are on the 287 radial, and we are going to Raloy, which is 8 DME. So at 8 DME, we should actually start turning. So we are at 6.9, so another 1.1 DME, looking good. And so here we are going to begin our turn. We'll stay at flaps up speed until we complete the turn. 170 for 180, altitude acquire, and we're in the turn. Looking good. All right, let's just pause just for a second. We made the turn, and if you notice, we have a track of 141 proceeding towards the Kabul VOR. So it happens to be 141. Now, at this point, the first officer could actually select an inbound course of 141 because he's in raw data. So we'll have him do that. Just for the sake of the raw data mode. And if you notice, looking good. So we are monitoring, and the Kabul VOR is in front of us, and it's 5.8 nautical miles. And when we get there, we're going to go outbound on the 195 radial. So he will set 195. So we're level at flight level 180. We're in a flaps up mode, which is very close to the best holding speed. So here we are coming up over the VOR. So let's just go over and just scoot up here and select our 195 radial outbound just for the reference of the data, raw data. And we'll get our heading log over there and then adjust it for the actual heading later. So we're going by the VOR. We're level at flight level 180, and we'll go ahead and have a look at the raw data. And here we are on the 195 radio. So the after takeoff procedure has been complete. Here we are on the 195 radial on the map heading towards La Brea. All right. So this completes part 3. See you in the next video.